Welcome to Fantasy Baseball, Baseball, Baseball. I'm Dan O'Day along with Steve Romano. Hey, Steve.
How's it going, Dan?
It's going well. Let's talk about maybe one of the best head-to-head leagues around in the Yahoo platform. It's the Field of Dreams that we're both in.
Yes, and how long have you been in this league?
I've been in this. I don't know exactly. I do know it's over a decade. And we do know now, thanks to Commiss Jim, he looked it up. This is your fifth year in the league.
Yeah, we've been saying it's my third or fourth year, but it was kind of fun to just not know. But it's even
Uh,
more fun to know
It's
that the
better to know, and
commish.
also it shows that our numbers were off.
Yes, exactly.
So
They
take
were.
everything we say with a grain of salt. So it was a very exciting week for you and I because we actually went up against each other.
We did, and a lot of weeks for me have been this way, and I'd like to get your opinion on that too. Um, it started off good, right? Like Monday, one day,
Yeah,
who
you
cares,
were
right?
ahead the first half of the
Whatever.
week.
It was like 6-3. Tuesday was 6-3. I was up. Wednesday, I'm up 5-4. Then like Thursday, Friday, you just go by me. Now I'm down 3-6. And and then yeah, however I made it up. I look at the stats, whatever, and I did a couple of pitching changes on Sunday that made it to where you beat me 5-4, correct? Isn't that
Six
what
four.
happened?
I beat you 6-4, and
Oh, 6-4.
your pickup. We both had a pickup on for a pitcher on Sunday, but your pickup, those stats gave you a 2-1 win in wins and a 47-45 win in Ks. So without that pickup on Sunday, I win 8-2.
Oh, yeah, see, exactly.
So, and as we discussed before, in head to head, obviously you want to win. You want to win big if you can. But when you lose, if you can make it not such a big loss, it really does add dividends later because the numbers are just adding up as you go.
Yeah. But
And yeah,
so why do you think it is? If I was to say like in most weeks I feel I'm up early and then I lose late, would you say that's just the luck of the players of the week or a management strategy? Do you have any opinion on that?
while from not looking at anything of your team week to week, which I could do a deep analysis of, but it would take a while to look at every week. I would say it's just the luck of the draw because I know you're active and you keep slotting guys in. For
Yeah.
whatever reason, your team is getting ahead early in the week and then not. This week, last week, I mean, our matchup was 6-4, which isn't a horrible loss. But my only observation is your offense seemed to slow down from a
Yeah.
head-to-head
Well,
standpoint. You seem to be ahead of me in a lot of offensive categories, and then I won 4 out of the 5 offensive categories. So
yep.
that's really where I overtook you because I only won one pitching category. Two. I
Hmm.
won the whip and the saves. So yeah, so your offense slowed down. That'd be my only input on your question is like, I don't know, but your offense slowed down and mine overtook you. So I don't think it's you're not playing players. I think your players just aren't hitting. You know what it is, Steve? I think if you looked up every single player in your team and you looked up at their Monday average, their Tuesday average, their Wednesday average, and so on, I would think that all your players, every single one of them, have a better average from Monday to Wednesday.
Yeah, I bet you they do
It
actually.
seems it seems that way. Anyways, this week that's what happened. I overtook you. So that was a fun matchup going against you. Other matchups we had Mr. Awesome's Momo beat IP Tigers 5-4. Lumber Company was number one. Creek Expos was number five when they played each other. Creek Expos won 6-4. Close matchup. Juiced Up for Summer was eighth position, beat sixth position Carnival 9, 7-3. So that was pretty interesting. Atlanta Braves gave the Baltimore Chop a good run, 6-4. The Chop won. They were ranked four. The Braves were ranked 10th at the time. And Raptor uh, beat Lollygaggers 9-1. Big win for Raptor. They were seven when they played last week. We'll see where they are now. And then Humboldt Crabs, the commissioner, gave us that information. Lost to SoCal Stats Challenge 5-4 in a close matchup. SoCal Stats Challenge was 14th ranked against the ninth ranked, so it was a bit of an upset. Some interesting matchups, and right now. the standings have changed, and the standings are kind of interesting, Steve, because we have a couple ties. We have a tie for first place. Mr. Awesome's Momos and Lumber Company are tied for first place
Yeah, both have been playing pretty damn good
all
for quite a
season.
while, though.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
quite a while. So, I'm third, one game back behind them. Raptor is 4.5 games back, tied with Baltimore Chop, 4.5 games back, another tie. And then juiced
that
up yeah,
that 9-1 week that Raptor just had. I mean,
yes,
when you get a +8 and wins, that
absolutely.
helps. That helps.
Well, we were talking, the big win is what you're seeking, and that can really, that's why when you seem like you're far out of it, it's like you're not that far out. A good week or two, it can happen. It can happen to you. So they're 6-5, 6.5 games back, two stuff for summer and Creek Expos. They're also tied uh sixth and seventh place. And then Carnival Nines 10 games back, Humboldt Crabs 10.5 games back, Atlanta Braves are 13 games back. The IP Tigers are 15 games back. And to me, all those teams are just a good week away, possibly a week. You know what I'm saying? A week or two away. Um,
Sure.
yeah, all top 11 teams. Now, the bottom three teams, I don't think they're necessarily out of it, but it's definitely a harder mountain to climb. Big time
Yeah.
Taters, that'd be you, 19.5 games back. SoCal Stat Challenge, who's been playing really well the last few weeks, if I'm correct. They're 24.5 games back, tied with the mighty Lollygaggers at 24.5 games back. Both teams, though very active, uh, both teams have made a lot of moves, 28 moves for Lollygaggers and 31 moves for SoCal Stats Challenge, which I love. I love the activity. It's one of the reasons this is one of the best head-to-head leagues in Yahoo Sports League because everyone's active, everyone's into it. Uh, what do you think about your chances out there at 12th place that far back, 19 and a half?
I don't think they're good. I mean, but I will see. I'm 13 games out of a playoff spot. Phew,
It is.
that's
But yeah, and there's a lot of teams in between you, so that you need a lot of things to go right.
and I'm seven with 7 weeks to go, and then this one, so eight. This plus seven more.
Right, for the
If you think
playoffs.
about it, you're like, ooh, I mean, I gotta gain like probably 14, at least two a week for 7 weeks in
If
some
you
manner. Like you
if
could
you
do
had
+5-1, whatever.
if you had 3, 8, and 2 weeks, that would put you right there.
Oh, well, sure. If I could have 3, 8, and 2 weeks, yes.
But here's the
Because I
thing:
mean,
the way your team's going, it's kind of proven it can't do that.
thanks. Yes,
Well, I'm just breaking down the
yes.
numbers, Steve.
No, you're true though. I mean, anything can happen. We all know that, but the odds are so slim.
Right, but you got to stay active. You got to keep the hope out, and there's also the consolation bracket, which isn't as much fun at all. But you go through it, and also you got to stay active because when you face the number 1 through 8 to 10 teams who are in the running,
Well,
you want to give them a good battle so they lose. You want to affect the standings.
yeah, yes, I do, and I don't ever really want to get embarrassed. It's those, 1 in 9 weeks or 0 in 8 weeks, however you want to look at them. In a perfect thing, I'd try to avoid those altogether. Just not have
Absolutely.
one.
Well, you gave me a good battle this week, the 4-6. That's not a bad loss, but obviously 19.5 games back, you need that to be 6-4 at the worst instead of 4-6 at the worst. So we had some interesting moves the past week, going from last Monday. A couple interesting moves that stuck out to me. See, Arnacion Strand was picked up by Momos and Castro was dropped. I'm just skipping around. Shelby Miller, I picked up, who's now closing for
Yep.
Arizona. I was really happy about that move. Where what once was a almost punt situation, like one of our first place teams saves, I have somehow have a good chance every week of winning the saves category because I had Pagan, Vest, and now Miller, but Vest just got injured, so we'll see what happens there. Any other pickups stick out to you, Steve?
Um, no, obviously the standard catching fair. I did like my pickup last week of Reed Detmers. Have you seen? He's been pitching really well for the
Net
Angels
Detmers
lately.
has been great for the Angels. It's been one of the few bright spots for them. They've kind of fallen. They're kind of hanging. They're treading water right now.
And
A
I
couple,
know
yeah.
Jeff McNeil's been hot the past few weeks. I could see someone making a run
Yeah,
with him.
Carnival 9 picked him up. It was a great. I picked him up in another league, our head-to-head money. I mean, our Roto Money League. McNeil, a great pickup by Carnival 9. He dropped Edwards, second baseman, shortstop for the Marlins,
Yeah.
I believe. So he good stolen base guy, low average. Another decent pickup was Carter from the Rangers. Seems to be really popular. Um, I picked up Carter and dropped Grisham.
Right, but then
I, yep, I
you
then
dropped Carter
that's right. I did. I think that's
and
right.
you picked up Jeffrey Springs.
That's right. I did because I had to drop somebody because I had to try to beat my opponent, you, in a head-to-head matchup. And Springs was the guy I picked up, and I think he helped me in some ways. I'd have to look at the numbers. I think his ERA or something, whatever one I whip, I think it was, he helped. He pitched really well, actually, decently. Not a lot of strikeouts. Yes, I did drop Carter. I like Carter though. He's a popular pickup right now across fantasy.
Well, I like the moves that the Atlanta Braves made when they
Oh,
picking up Stevenson.
I loved it. I love this. I'm so glad you brought
Yeah,
this up. He picked up Stevenson. He also picked up Jay Smith. I believe that's the Texas Ranger one who we talked about before earlier in the year, who I'm really high on. He's been playing great for the Rangers. And then he picked up Adele. Three
yes.
three good pickups when it comes to counting stats in fantasy.
Oh yeah. I mean at this time of the year, I mean granted a lot of rotating. I mean this is a add drop quick or frequent type of league on a weekly basis. But I think those a couple of those for sure have the chance to like be on the roster for a while.
Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree. And then when we came to the weekend, the Sunday pickups, we had a few. Look at Sunday. It goes on for a long time. Springs for Carter, Rocker for Strand, who I brought up was picked up. Frelick was added. Smith for Feed, Stevenson for Elder, Adele for Keith. That was a great little trio right there. Sunday morning. Krabs that picked up Sanchez for Hernandez, R. Hernandez. Dingler was picked up for O'Hope. These are all Sundays. Hancock for Anderson, Ray for Jackson. I mean, there's a lot of moves. One, two, three, only three, four starters on Sunday were picked up. But that's a lot of moves for Sunday. People chasing
Yeah,
stats.
agreed.
Yeah.
And plus, sometimes it's just, I mean, if you're smart about it, even if you're not chasing stats at all, if you're thinking about making moves, you can only make so many a week,
Yeah.
right? So if you've got two or three left, why wait until the next day to do it? Do it now. That way you're at least, you still have those five moves for the next week.
Absolutely. I agree with you. Make those end of the week moves if you have some left, so you have more moves the following week if you're looking for a player you want. I always got to bring this up. Lumber Company and Mr. Awesom's Momos are tied for first place. So that's very exciting. But Lumber Company's made four moves this year. Still, I'm sorry. I know I bring it up every week. Just amazing to
Yeah.
me.
Yes.
Creek
Um,
Expos,
uh,
not to be outdone by too much, only seven moves this year in seventh place. So really impressive. I mean, you're coming from the guy that leads the league in moves with 51. You have 21. So yeah, really impressive. Nice to have that tie. I'm in third place. I'm really excited about my team this year. I made some good moves and or have some injuries, but I'm hoping to get around them. So we'll see. I'm two-time champ, I think, the last 2 years, and I gotta go for that three-peat.
That'd be an impressive streak.
It would be, I think, and I think I have to look it up, but I think I had another time where I won 2 years in a row, and I lost the third year. So I'd like to finish it off this year. Not that I want to
In a
say that out loud so anyone can hear.
in
Anyways,
a I was gonna say in a 14 team
yeah,
head-to-head league.
that's active.
So like yeah, so what I mean, you got 14 team snake draft. So that's fairly thin right there.
Yeah,
And then because it's a head-to-head league, it gives more of the anything like that, any given Sunday type of vibe. Like anything can happen on a week to week basis.
Yeah.
You don't necessarily have to have the best team for the whole year to
No,
finish first.
you don't.
But so yeah, to have back to back championships and be right there again, battling for first again. Good on
Yeah,
you, homie.
I was feeling good about it, but I'm looking at my roster and it doesn't impress me that much. So I do have some bumpy roads ahead. I don't want to bring anyone names up loud. So that's the one of the best fantasy head-to-head leagues I've ever been, if not the best. I'm Dan O'Day. That's Steve Romano. Thanks for listening. Cheers.
Have a good one.